It is done in the heart. My father's heart was pure. And his research proved. His research proved yet again that man's mind is progressing faster than his soul. The Camerlegno's voice was sharper than he had expected. He lowered his voice. If a man as spiritual as your father could create a weapon like the one we saw tonight, imagine what an ordinary man will do with his technology. A man like you? The Camerlegno took a deep breath. Did she not see? Man's morality was not advancing as fast as man's science. Mankind was not spiritually evolved enough for the powers he possessed. We have never created a weapon we have not used. And yet he knew that antimatter was nothing another weapon in man's already burgeoning arsenal. Man could already destroy. Man learned to kill long ago. And his mother's blood rained down. Leonardo Vetra's genius was dangerous for another reason. For centuries, the Camerlegno said, the Church has stood by while science picked away at religion bit by bit. Debunking miracles. Training the mind to overcome the heart. Condemning religion as the opiate of the masses. They denounce God as a hallucination, a delusional crutch for those too weak to accept that life is meaningless. I could not stand by while science presumed to harness the power of God Himself. Proof, you say? Yes, proof of science is ignorance. What is wrong with the admission that something exists beyond our understanding? The day science substantiates God in a lab is the day people stop needing faith. You mean the day they stop needing the Church, Vittoria challenged, moving toward him. Doubt is your last shred of control. It is doubt that brings souls to you. Our need to know that life has meaning. Man's insecurity and need for an enlightened soul assuring him everything is part of a master plan. But the Church is not the only enlightened soul on the planet. We all seek God in different ways. What are you afraid of? That God will show Himself somewhere other than inside these walls? That people will find Him in their own lives and leave your antiquated rituals behind? Religions evolve. The mind finds answers, the heart grapples with new truths. My father was on your quest. A parallel path. Why couldn't you see that? God is not some omnipotent authority looking down from above, threatening to throw us into a pit of fire if we disobey. God is the energy that flows through the synapses of our nervous system and the chambers of our hearts. God is in all things. Except science, the camerlegno fired back, his eyes showing only pity. Science, by definition, is soulless. Divorced from the heart. Intellectual miracles like antimatter arrive in this world with no ethical instructions attached. This in itself is perilous. But when science heralds its godless pursuits as the enlightened path, promising answers to questions whose beauty is that they have no answers, he shook his head. No. There was a moment of silence. The camerlegno felt suddenly tired as he returned Vittoria's unbending stare. This was not how it was supposed to be. Is this God's final test? It was Mortati who broke the spell. The preferiti, he said in a horrified whisper. Bagia and the others. Please tell me you did not. The camerlegno turned to him, surprised by the pain in his voice. Certainly Mortati could understand. Headlines carried science's miracles every day. How long had it been for religion? Centuries?